everybody, welcome back to your favorite program. Today we have the physiologist Carolina Trejo, who's going to tell us more about our body. Welcome Carolina, it's nice to have you here.
Thank you, Amelia. It's an honor to be at your program.
Well, shall we start? What can you tell us about anatomy? Or is physiology?
They are both related to each other. Anatomy studies the structures of the body, while physiology studies their functions. Today, we're going to talk about a little bit of both.
Cool. So, I have this question. How do the doctors understand each other's? I mean, if someone has a tumor, and one doctor wants to explain to another one the exact position of it, how do they do it? Do you have a map that establishes north and south for the body?
That's a good question. The map, as you call it, are our anatomical terms. The anatomical position is the base. The person stands erect, facing the observer, with the head level and the eyes facing forward. The feet are flat on the floor and directed forward, and the arms are hanging on the sides, with the palms pointing forward too. Then we have the directional terms. The basic ones are superior or coronal, inferior, anterior or ventral, and posterior or caudal. And there are the planes. Sagittal, which divide the body in left and right. Transverse, which divides the body in superior and inferior. And frontal, with division of anterior and posterior.
Wow, I didn't know all that terms. My head hurts. Just I fell off the stairs and hit my head. I didn't know how my brain didn't crash.
Actually, that's thanks to the cavities.
The cavities?
Yeah, we have 4. They exist in order to protect all our organs. The cranial cavity, which protects the brain, the visceral cavity for the spinal cord, the abdominal pelvical cavity with the stomach, spleen, liver, gallbladder, small and large intestine, urinary gland, and reproductive organs, and finally the thoracic cavity with the trachea, thymus, and several large blood vessels, the heart and lungs. And well, the last 2 are surrounded by serous membranes.
What are the membranes?
Are thin layers of cells that cover the inside and outside of the body. There are 4 types. The mucus that line the tubes, the digestive, respiratory, urinary, and reproductive systems. And secret mucus that protects the body from the invasion of bacteria and viruses. The serous membranes, which line the abdominal, pelvic, and thoracic cavities and cover the organs that they contain. The synovial membranes that line freely in movable joint cavities, and the meninge, which cover the brain and spinal cord.
Amazing. The human body is really full of many things. I suppose that's why we have millions of cells.
As a fact, we have around 5,000 million and 2,000 billion of cells. What the interesting aspect of it is that similar cells group together in order to carry out specific functions. This group of cells are called tissues and are classified in 4 basic types according to their structure and function.
Please, tell us more about it.
Let me start explaining about the epithelial tissue. The epithelial tissue or epithelium consists in tightly packed cells that form together a continuous layer. Epithelial tissue has many different functions in our body. The most important are protection, filtration, secretion, absorption, and excretion. Then is the connective tissue. It's one of the most abundant and is widely distributed around the body. It is in its various forms, connective tissue has a variety of functions. It binds together, supports, and strengthens other body tissues. Also protects and insulates internal organs. compartmentalized structures such as the skeletal muscles and in the blood and fat of our body. This also is the main source of immune responses. At third place, we have the muscle tissue that consists in muscle fibers that use ATP to generate force. As a result, muscular tissues produce body movements, maintains posture, and generates heat. It also provides protection. There are three types of muscular tissue based on dislocation, structure, and function: skeletal muscle tissue, cardiac muscle tissue, and smooth muscle tissue. And finally, but not less important, the nervous tissue that consists in two cell types, neurons and neuroglia, and is present in the brain and spinal cord. They oversee the sensory input, the integration of data, and the overall. The tissue seems to be a very important part of our body. But first, let's go for a commercial break, and then we will continue talking about this topic.
Mutations in the DNA can produce skin cancer. Squamous cell carcinoma, basal cell carcinoma, and melanomas are the worst. They can be only treated with surgery, radiation therapy, freezing the tumor, or with chemotherapy. But all these methods are expensive and painful. So, why to treat it when you can prevent it? Prevent cancer with Anti-Rayitos, the best sunscreen that protects you from UVA and UVB radiations. It's your choice, a painful life with cancer or a joyful life with Anti-Rayitos. Call right now and you will get the Anti-Rayitos sunscreen plus cool sunglasses and a nice hat by the only price of $3.40. Anti-Rayitos prevents you from skin cancer.
Welcome back. Here we are again with the physiologist Carolina Criollo, who so far has been telling us about the anatomical terms, the cavities, our membranes, and tissues. And now it's time for answering the random question of the public. So, let's check our social media. Agatha Christie 115 asks, how our skin is conformed? Can you ask us that question, Carolina? No problem. The skin is part of the integumentary system. The integumentary system consists in skin, hair, nails, the subcutaneous tissue below the skin, and assorted glands. Its main function is to connect the skin with the underlying tissues such as the muscles. Our skin is principally conformed by two layers, the epidermis and dermis. The epidermis is the upper layer and is the only one that we can see. It has four principal types of cells: keratinocytes, which protect the skin and underlying tissues from heat, microbes, and chemicals; melanocytes, which are responsible for a protective shield and for protecting the nuclear DNA of the damage of UV light. They also contribute to our skin colors. Langerhans cells that participate in the immune responses against microbes that invade the skin. They are easily damaged by the UV light. And Merkel cells that are in the deepest layers of the epidermis. When they contact to part of sensory neurons and detect different aspects of the touch sensations. The dermis is the second layer and is a region of loose connective tissue. Contains collagen and elastic fibers, which together provide the skin with strength and extensibility. The dermis also collects blood vessels that nourish the skin, as well as sensory receptors that respond to stimuli. Wow, there's a lot of information to assimilate. I have never thought about the layers that our skin has. But tell us, is there another important system we should know before finishing the program? Well, all systems that conform our body are important, but I would like to talk about the skeletal muscular system. Go ahead. Our bones are the 18% of our weight. They give us support, protection, and aid movement. blood cell production, and triglycerol and storage of minerals for homeostasis. Homeostasis? What is that? It's a condition of equilibrium in our body. Like, for example, when we get sick, it's because the homeostasis is imbalanced. Okay, understood. So, continue with the topic. Most of the skeletal muscles are attached to the bones. So, when they contract, they pull the bones to produce movement. Amelia, I have a question for you. How many bones does the human body has? I'm not sure. I will say 212. Close enough. We have around 206 bones. They all have different shapes and sizes, and are classified in 5 categories: long, short, flat, irregular, and round bones. Yeah, also, our skeleton is classified in 2 main parts. The actual skeleton, which involves the bones of the midline body, like the skull, the rib cage, and the vertebrae. And in the other side, we have the appendicular skeleton, which is the lower limbs, the pelvis, the shoulder, ribs, and the upper limbs. Another important limbs to mention is that our bones are composed by 4 types of cells: osteoblasts, osteogenes, osteoclasts, and osteocytes. The 4 are super important for the remodeling of bones. That is a replacement of all bone tissues for new ones. So, according to that, it's true that we change our skeleton approximately each 10 years? Yeah, it's true. We change of a skeleton. Cool. But I have a question. How do the bones connect to each other? Well, when 2 bones contact with each other, it's called articulation or joint. Joints can be classified in fibers, the ones that are immovable, collagenous, that are partial movement, and synovial, which are freely movement. Wow, we have learned a lot of our body today. Thank you, Carolina, for coming today to our program. I'm glad to be here. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching till the end. See you next weekend with the next program that we are going to talk about the ancient Egypt. Bye!